Welcome to the Filmmaker to Filmmaker podcast, the podcast where I, a filmmaker, talk to other filmmakers about their career in the film industry and learn about their latest project. My name is B. Anthony, and thank you for listening. Welcome to Filmmaker to Filmmaker.
Welcome to Filmmaker to Filmmaker.
So a couple of things. I'm going to tell this story because it just happened, and a couple of things. You should know that I am 41, and I won't share Jenise's age unless she wants to.
I am 31.
Okay, great. So there's a 10-year...
I think.
Am
I 32?
I don't know.
I'll be 32 this year. I'm at that age when I'm forgetting my age.
Okay.
I'm 31.
Funny enough, perfect segue. So we were setting up everything here in the room, and I was on a roll. I'm trying to do a better job of being focused, paying attention, all these things. So I take my pills, vitamins, medicine, whatnot. So I took my first set of medicine, supplements, and took something to drink. Then I went back to getting the camera ready. And then I said, okay, well, let me take my multivitamins. They're like 3 gel pills. Now, to be fair, I had them wrapped in a paper towel, because that's what you do. And I need to do better about that. I should have them in a pill carrying type of apparatus or what have you. But I am sitting here looking for my pills, my multivitamin. And so it was bothering me because I am really trying to be more diligent about paying attention and not being forgetful and just making sure that I'm clear, like focused, da-da-da-da. So Jenise is like, Brian, what are you looking for? And I said, I'm looking for my multivitamin. So I am tearing up everything. I'm taking things out my pocket. And Jenise just randomly and coolly says, oh wait, was it in a napkin? And I'm like, yeah, it was in a napkin. And she said, oh, I threw that away.
I threw it away.
Oh my God. What?
I thought it was trash.
She said, I thought it was trash. And then to make it funnier, she was like, I done wiped my face all over it. And she was like, I felt something was in it, but I didn't know what it was.
I did. And my logic behind throwing it away, because for women, from a woman's standpoint of view, when you cook, you clean as you go. So this was more of a clean as you go. So I seen it, and I was already sweating a little bit. So I'm like, oh, here's a napkin. And I thought, because I had already been back and forth to the bathroom, so I'm like, I think I brought this out here. It looks clean. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my face off. It's already folded. It looks like it's just waiting for me. So I began to wipe my face. I'm like, it's something in here. And I'm like, Jenise, you shouldn't be wiping your face off with this. But I'm like, what is this?
Oh.
So I just trashed it. I'm like,
man.
And then I'm thinking, something says, ask Brian, is that his? And I'm like, Brian is all the way over there. I didn't see Brian at this seat. I don't think Brian. Oh. I went through this whole mental spill. But nevertheless, I threw it away. Yeah.
It was funny. So, last week I clapped too loud and I almost took away her hearing. Or last time. And then this time she threw away my pills. Every time we do this, it's
something.
It's
something. It's something. Nevertheless.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing well. I can't complain. I can complain, but I'm not going to complain because who wants to hear you complain?
Right.
So, yeah, I'm doing well.
Social media wants to hear you complain. You're like, no. Absolutely.
They always want to be in somebody's business. You will not screenshot me and put me in a group chat. I would not be that person.
Well, good. I'm glad you're doing okay. We took a break. Had to take care of some things. And so we're back now. Since we talked the last time, you have officially taken your first photography class.
I have. Shout out to Studio 40E.
Okay.
And that's E's and Edward. So yes, I had a great time. Mike T.
Wait, why Edward?
Just no idea. I don't have no idea. That's how you know when you worked in customer service and you worked over the phone. And you just like, yeah, you got to spell it out phonetically for people sometimes.
Because they have, you know what it is? I worked in DOD. And we had to do the military alphabet.
Oh, yes.
And so
E was Echo.
I think Echo. But it's just funny what people use. And it's like, you could have used any other word. Elephant, egg. You said Edward.
Yeah, Edward just seems like it defines the E a little bit better.
Okay.
Edward. So, yes, but I had a marvelous time. I encourage anyone and I want it to be known because I don't want anybody to look up something and then they can't find it. I need you guys to go find Studio 40 E's in Edward.
Wow.
I need you to know where it is. Go on Instagram. You can look them up. You can go to the website. I mean, if you are looking to get into photography, it is a great space. It is a great atmosphere. The instructors are great. They are so informative. There was questions that I had that I didn't even have to ask because they already answered them. It was a great experience for me. I would totally do it again, and I am going to do it again here pretty soon.
So when I got there, because she went to the first class, I don't want to say I was bombarded, but everyone was like, I met Jenise and I forgot your friend's name.
Marche, yeah.
I met Jenise and Marche, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then someone else, I met Jenise and Marche. I was like, what did they do? But they said you were pleasant and that it was a pleasure meeting you. Mm-hmm. So it seems like they enjoyed you too.
I'm a goofball everywhere I go. We had to introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people that I like to make a first impression. Yeah. And I like the first impression to be positive. So everybody's, hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm da-da-da. So I get up, hey y'all, what's up? I'm Jenise. I'm so happy to be here. So everybody just start laughing. You want to break the ice, bring the energy to the room because you want to set that atmosphere.
So funny enough, and you know what? I should have prepped it for you. I think I may show you now, and we'll just splice it in. I'm gonna bring it up so you can see it. Mike, who was the instructor, he did an impersonation of me of what I give when I meet people for the first time.
I cannot wait to see this.
This is what he said.
Go for it. So this is my impression of Lee when he first came, and we told him to talk to a model. It was a little something like this. Okay.
So he did that, and I was like, I hate you.
That's so you.
But here's the thing. I don't even know I'm doing all of that. I'm giving, I don't even know what I'm giving when I meet people for the first time. And so when I saw it, I was like, is that me? So you're saying, yeah.
That's you.
I showed my mom, and she literally was like, yeah, that's you to a T. I was like,
if mom says it, then yeah.
So I have to do a better job. Like, you're way better at, because me, I don't know what it is, and maybe this is like something to help with networking skills or whatever, but I go in my cocoon by default when I'm meeting people. But then once people get to know me, then it's like,
you're a handful.
Yeah, but and I don't even get that. I just think I'm more what word do I want to use? I think it's just an evolution over time of when you get to meet someone, because you have people like you, like your goals. You can go into any room and just be ta-da.
I don't know. Sometimes I be like, all right, Jenise, it's time to turn it down. This is not the place or the time for that. Just turn it down.
Yeah.
But I think that you have a very approachable personality. Okay. And I think your personality is approachable for anybody else with their personality. Okay. You know how, like, for me, some people may not think I'm as approachable. They may, I'm approachable, but to certain people, maybe. But I think to everyone, because you do have a humble spirit.
Okay.
I think to everyone that you are approachable. I think it's something I don't want to tell you not to change it, because if you think that you need to change it, then you. But it's nevertheless, I love it. Well, I think that's you. I think that's what makes Brian Brian.
I don't even think it's an issue of changing it. I think it's more of a thing of just being aware of what's happening in the moment, and I'm learning how to be more self-aware. And when he did the impersonation of me, I was like, huh. Like, I know you're not lying. Like, it's not. Shout out to Mike. He's like one of the nicest persons you'll ever meet.
He is.
And it's like, huh. I know that's what you saw, but the reality is that night when I met him, it was probably 10 times worse in my head because I was so scared to be in that class, right? And so I think what he did was a success in and of itself, because what I felt on the inside, I was in a room mentally and I am just screaming like, ah, because I'm about to go take this class, right?
Right.
And so, but that anxiety and that screaming that I do internally when I'm meeting people for the first time, that is what I feel.
I didn't get that when my first time meeting you.
Yeah.
Maybe because the conversation was what it was and you were automatically excited when we first met because of the conversation.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I didn't get that. I didn't get the.
Yeah.
I know that's what you could, but it was really.
Yeah.
You were. Me too.
Oh, wow.
It was more exciting.
Well, we thank God, because I suck at networking. I feel like I do, but I went to an event with Pro Photo DC with Portrait Me, and it was a networking event, and I ended up talking to someone for almost an hour. Really? Yeah, and it was weird because the conversation just happened randomly, and she talked about how she had a camera from her mother, and it was in the attic. She was about to throw it away, and I was like, no, don't do that. And then she's from Virginia. She's from Richmond, as a matter of fact. And I'm like, I don't know what's in the way. I told her about you. And I said she was the exact same way. She was like, I'm not sure, and da-da-da-da. And I said, both of you are liars. Like, both of you.
Oh, you told me about her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said, both of you are liars, because what's going to happen, and I told her, I said, you're going to, give me all that you're giving me, and then you're going to show me pictures, and then I'm going to be like, who is this person that I met when I initially met you? And she's like, no, that's not true at all. I'm like, okay, that's not true at all. I don't know what's in the water in Virginia, but
there's something in the water.
That Richmond area, that southern part, that Lynchburg area that you made up in the story that you wrote. Right. Yeah, that, by the way, priceless. That will forever be funny to me, that you thought you came up with Lynchburg, Virginia.
I cannot believe I thought I came up with that. I cannot believe it. But and you would be surprised, because a lot of people that have does not realize that that lives in Richmond, they don't like it. They think it's nothing to do there. Far as networking or anything in that sort, they just don't like it.
No, and shout out to Richmond and that part of Virginia. I just saw Missy Elliott in concert. And
so Missy Elliott is from the 757, way different from Richmond.
Okay, that's way different.
Because I don't want people to get it confused. We're gonna claim what we claim.
Okay.
It's like
so that's
now Richmond is 804.
Okay.
It's probably like an hour and 30 minutes away from the 757 area. Maybe an hour. I'm depending on where you're going in the 757. But yeah, Missy Elliott is from Virginia Beach. So is Pharrell.
Okay. Chris Brown's from
Tappahannock.
That's
like that's probably about 3 hours or so away from Virginia Beach.
And then
Timberland is from Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. And there's someone else.
The Clips.
I thought they were from Philly.
P.
They're not from Philadelphia?
No, they're from Virginia Beach as well.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are super, super talented.
Thank you.
Not that you
Thank you. Thank you. I'm in my head. I'm like, I wonder who else. Have you ever watched you haven't watched The Wire?
This is going to be a reoccurring joke, isn't it? Because you bring it up every
it's not.
episode.
It's not. It's just so.
I am going to go watch the show because it just needs to happen. I
don't think you're gonna like it.
I'll try.
You could try. You'll try. You could try it, but I think it might be a little. You'd be like, what's happening? There's no purpose. It's not a world being. Yeah, it's like, I mean, there's purpose if you, I mean, but you come from that world, but you're not of that world that you, to the point that you like stay in it, stay connected and things like that. So I think
my mom kept me inside.
Yeah, which is a good thing. It's really nothing to be. I never really understood why people used to always be, oh, we the murder capital. Why are you so excited about
it? So growing up,
everybody killing each other.
Growing up, that really was like a thing where people took pride in that, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Did you see this on MTV? And they're like, okay, just go away. You know?
So yeah, it was. And I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those people. Back in the day. I was really, but.
Okay. But shout out to Virginia.
Shout out to Virginia.
Maddie was who I met. So Maddie, shout out to you. It was a pleasure talking to you. And if you want, you can come on the podcast. She's a graphic designer.
Oh.
Yeah. And so the way that we got, this is so bad. And you're going to be like, Brian, do I want to share this with Jenise right now in this moment? It's happening. I feel like this is a safe space. The way your face is giving, what is Brian about to say?
What is Brian about to say? You just never know. You never know with Brian.
The way that we really jumped into our conversation is our mutual love for Lady Gaga. And so that really was the jumping off point. And we talked about her for, out of the 40 minutes or hour that we talked, it was probably about 20 minutes of that.
Okay.
And then she looked at my portfolio and she was like, you're not a beginner. And I thought about you again. I was like, Jenise says the same thing. And so, I was like, no, I really am just starting. I've only been doing this for...
the same thing that you say about other people is the same thing that people can say about you.
And about me. And I get that. And so that was a whole nother funny exchange. She was like, so wait, how are you a starter? And she was such a sweetheart. So that was something cool that I did as well. I also want you to know that since last episode, I was told that I'm not gonna. Well, I'll say it. My brother, he told me to tell you hi. By the way, I don't know what you did to him, but
I love him.
He's Team Jenise all the way.
He is so funny.
Like he literally, like, Brian, what are you doing today? So I'm gonna go record the podcast with Jenise. Tell her I said hi. And I'm just, who are you in this moment right now? What?
He is so funny. I love him. Matter of fact, what time are y'all? I should go to the movies with y'all.
We're going tomorrow after church at 3:35. If you want to come, you can come.
Yeah, I should definitely go ahead and take that. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Sam about it. Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay. Let me know how many people are coming because I get my tickets there. We're the only place where I go. So, yes, we're going to the Alamo. I will take care of the tickets.
Rolling. Okay.
And you'll have to take care of your dinner, but
okay.
And they'll fry the chicken hard for you.
Yes. And I will get my pizza with cheese.
Yeah. Ooh. Can I tell you that
shade?
Well, no, because other people have questions now about that.
Really?
Here's the thing. I'll explain it right now, so I won't have to explain it anymore. I'm going to have to explain it again. The pizza without cheese, truthfully, came from watching an episode of Daria that used to come on MTV.
Okay.
And Quinn was like, you should really have pizza without cheese because it's low in calories. And so
Oh, and then that's why you do the California. Because I was about to say, well, what about the crust?
Yeah.
But
so
okay, I'll let you go.
I did it one time. And believe it or not, well, you don't believe it because I told you I did it and you're just like, why?
Honestly, I kind of want to try it.
I got you tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to try it. I kind of want to try it. Because I'm not a fan of cheese, but I'll eat it because of the pizza, because of the whole,
It's just prosciutto. Have you had prosciutto?
I have.
Just think that.
Okay.
But just a larger version.
I was just, a lot. Okay.
So when she did it, I said, I'm going to try that and I'm going to see what comes of this. And it's been ongoing. Now, funny story, we got pizza the other week and I said, let me try the cheese again. I won't say where I got the pizza from because I don't want to be negative. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to be negative. Got it. And I was just like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. It was like drinking cod liver oil or something. And that's a very, very harsh like comparison, but I just couldn't do it. And Jared, your friend, was like, well, why would you do that? You know you don't eat like that. And he gets a little snooty with me when he wants to.
Love Jared.
And I'm like, thank you, Jared. And so he ends up eating my pizza with the cheese on it. He's like, this tastes awesome. Of course it tastes awesome. It has cheese on it, so you're going to love it. Like, 1 + 1 = 2 in this case, literally. It's something you like and you're going to take it. So anyway, yes, I will get your ticket for you tomorrow. And Sam, I guess Jaira, is he coming too?
Oh, no.
Okay. I don't know.
Sam may not come. He may stay with Jaira. He may not come. Sam is focus is somewhere else right now.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I respect Sam and Jaira. They are really pro Jesus.
Yes. So he may like, I don't got time for the movies. I gotta read. We gotta spend time with the Lord.
Yeah.
So he's there right now.
And he doesn't want to go see Deadpool, where they do everything but love Jesus. So we honor that. So okay. So the other thing that you have a fan base, because the other thing that was brought to my attention was every title that I gave for our game last week. How was she supposed to know that? I'm like, what about me and what I didn't know?
Brian.
And for the record, I got 2 of her movie titles.
Because mine were they were easy.
But that's subjective. Like, what's easy for me and what's easy for you, I don't think that's a good measuring rod, right? Like,
Brian, the thing is, you know me. And you know my person, so you know what genre, which aim of movies that I watch. So you made it extra hard because you named these movies that I know Jenise didn't watch this.
No, but we've talked about, the only thing we didn't talk about was Kill Bill. That's the only one we didn't talk about. Okay. But all the other ones, we talked about The Matrix. We talked about...
We did. But like, The Matrix, you know, some lines, they go viral. And it's like you just never forget it. When you see the actors, you're asking them to say this and say that. That's not a line that I would say it.
I'm going to do better today because I've thought about this, and you have a fan base. Like, they're low-key almost worse than the Beehive. I'm not even going to lie. Because they were like, you were too hard on her. Then they were like, why didn't you know all about the Benjamins? Even my mom said, oh, that was your father's favorite movie. Why did
she know it when she...
Yeah, she knew it.
Because it's like one of those clips, like when you see Mike Epps, you do it, Mike. Boop, 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 boop. And he knows automatically. He'll tell you to this day, people still, when they see him, they say that.
When you kept doing it and everyone was like, how did you not know that? And I'm just like...
That was a giveaway. Anyway, I thought it was so easy.
Well, here's the thing. You're in the clear. You didn't know wrong. It was me. So today when we do it, I will do a better job of picking things that...
I'm ready. Let's get started.
Are
no,
easy.
I'm not. I don't even have a movie in mind.
Yes, you do.
I'm over here thinking a lot of movies are inappropriate.
All right, I'll start off. This is going to be super easy. You're going to get it right away.
Okay.
I know I said that the last time.
And never got it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm just giving this away. King Kong Ain't Got Nothing on Me.
Training Day. Denzel. See, that's a great one. Oh, God. Because people go to Denzel and they say, Denzel, do the King Kong. King Kong. It's like, it's a scene that will never die down. Like, your kids would know about that.
I just feel like I didn't try, but okay, your turn. This is going. Now watch. I feel like you see those videos when they take the guy's black card.
Yeah, I don't think you know this one.
I think
the audience may know. They may not.
This is gonna be bad.
It's the only one I can think of, and it's my favorite movie. If you can remember my favorite movie, then you may. You want to smell my punana?
Poetic Justice.
Did you know it because of that, or did you know it because that's my favorite movie?
That line, now let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. I'm a Janet Jackson fan, as you know.
Okay.
I saw her in concert too, but I didn't know what a punani was. And so when when she said it, me being me in my grandmother's basement in the sheltered type of environment that I was, I said, "What's a punani?" And this is before the internet,
Right?
And so I had to use context clues to figure it out. And then it probably took till, I'm not going to say how old I was when I figured it out, but it was a while because I couldn't ask my mom, clearly, because she's going to be like, slap, slap, you're on punishment. I didn't have anyone that I could ask. So it just took me using context clues to figure out what she was talking about. But that scene is so funny to me.
It is.
And
her and Tupac.
I had questions because I was like, does a girl's whatever really smell like her breath? And then like, what did her breath smell like? And then I had so many questions.
That will always be my favorite movie.
Okay, this one is easy. This is a classic. This is, I think you'll get this one. Girl, not with the way them ankles looking. It's an animated cartoon.
Is it a TV or?
It's a movie.
It's a movie. I almost said Proud Family.
But you're in the right. So think of the animation of the Proud Family.
Baby Kids.
Baby Kids. Okay. See, I'm doing better.
You did good.
Okay.
You did good.
Your turn.
Now it's hard.
Because I don't want any more smoke from your fan base.
And you know what?
How you get a fan base and you haven't even been on the podcast
this time, because I'm like clueless to the movies at the moment.
Okay, so I'll do one.
Okay,
one of my normal
you do.
ones.
Yeah, let me do the figuring out.
All right. Why so serious?
Why so serious? Why so serious? I almost need context behind it. But what? Why so serious?
Why so serious?
Is that how they say it?
Why so serious? Is how the character said it.
At this point, what was the year of the movie?
2008.
Oh yeah. I don't know it.
The Dark Knight.
Oh.
That was on the posters. That was in the trailer.
You right. That was a good one. And I seen The Dark Knight. And I'm a fan of Marvel. And I even watched Gotham, the television show. I don't know how I didn't get that. Did you ever watch Gotham, the television show?
I got through season 1 and season 2, and then after a while,
it just started to get.
It started repetitive. Going all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I stopped too.
Okay, you do one.
Okay.
You can do TV shows. Oh, that was the other thing. You're too hard on her. She told you she don't watch movies. So let her do TV shows. I'm just like,
oh my goodness.
Do you understand that I was here before Jenise got here?
TV probably would be a little bit harder because you haven't really.
No, let's see. Just throw something out there.
The surface of. At this point, I'll just do a song.
You want to do? Okay, I got another one.
Dum 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 dum.
Sanford and Son? Is that Sanford and Son?
No. Dum 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 dum. They're walking with their briefcase. Dum dum dum.
Oh, sugar.
Down, 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 down. For real, I sound like Ted in the movie Ted.
Law and Order.
Oh
my God. Okay, this is the last one. I think this is easy. This is a giveaway though. Show Me the Money.
Show Me the Money. What is that movie called? Show Me the Money. Show Me the Money.
Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it.
Show me the money.
Tom Cruise. And this is easy, by the way.
It is real easy. It is like one of those movies like right there, but you can't see it, but you can see it. Show me the money. This is easy. I should know this. I'm sorry. No, don't say it. Don't give me a second. Give me a second. Don't say it. Don't tell me yet. Show me the money. Tell me.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Okay. This is easy. I really I thought about you because maybe I was a little bit hard the last time.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you, Jody.
Baby boy.
Baby boy.
I hate you, Jody. Why didn't I say that movie? That's one of my favorites. Anything. Rest in peace
John
to my
Singleton.
boy John.
I saw him at a panel when I went to MegaFest.
Mm-hmm.
And TD Jakes allowed the Christian Film Festival to be hosted there. Mm-hmm. And so I saw Devon Franklin. Mm-hmm. I saw John Singleton. I saw Kim Fields was there. Mm-hmm. Cicely Tyson was there.
I love her. I always wanted to work with her. I always wanted her to be like my grandmother or somebody I went to go see her or either Maya Angelou.
Yeah. And they're both in heaven now.
I know, right? I just love them. She looked good for her age, too.
Yeah.
And that brings to another topic that we're about to speak on, too.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Robert Townsend, he made the biggest impression on me that weekend. Because I think, of course, all respect to Tyler Perry. He's accomplished a lot. But I think his journey kind of mirrors, I guess, where mine is, as far as being how he was raised, his relationship with faith, but still wanting to tell stories, how he got Hollywood Shuffle made. It was just, when he did his presentation, it was just one of the most inspiring things that I had ever seen. And I just remember thinking to myself, okay, this is really possible to accomplish. And I just loved his presentation. The guy who's in Laz Alonso was there. And that's when I realized that he was in Avatar, the first Avatar. And so like his career, again, very inspiring. Brian,
their backstory too is really inspiring because people see the success, but they don't see what you did to get there.
Right.
So when you learn that backstory and what they had to go through to get where they are, especially Tyler Perry too.
It is something to just really, really appreciate. And I just remember sitting there and really believing like, okay, this is possible to do. And the last actor that I saw was it is so Brian. He is. There's someone coming. Oh, okay. I just heard noise like, and then it's like, well, no. Why would they come?
It's probably the studio next door.
Got it. It's the studio next door. I saw what you did there. Like, Brian. This is why you're on the show, because you're like...
I'm still rolling. I am rolling.
Wait, man. I want to tell you the name of the other actor, because I think it's very important. The movie, my favorite movie that he did was Family Stone. But he's been in so many black films of late. He's really been pushing... that demographic, and he is not popping up anywhere. Brian White.
Okay.
Brian White was there, and he shared his story. So that was probably one of the most impactful weekends for me. I met Devon Franklin, shook his hand. And
you a celebrity.
I was so, because I just read his book, Produced by Faith.
Okay.
And when I read his book, I was ready to fly. I still am ready to fly, but I read his book, shook his hand, and... Did
you read the book before you shook his hand or after?
I read the book before I even made it there, because I met John Moore.
Okay.
You would love John Moore.
I would.
I
would have loved to be there. Just
period. Well, John lives in Baltimore.
Oh, really?
We grew up together.
Shut up.
And so he was the one who gave me Devon Franklin's book. He's like, you need to read this book.
Wow.
And so I read it. This was back in 2016. Read his book, and then, that's where I fell in love with Devon Franklin. And from that point on, I don't want to say I was a groupie, but then it was just like, okay, this is someone that I need to follow. And I've been following him. He's been doing great things. I know he just got the production deal with Netflix to do more Christian family-based films as well. But yeah, anyway, that whole weekend was probably one of the more impactful weekends for me. It was my first time flying to Dallas, and first time going to the Alamo. That's where the Alamo obsession began.
In Dallas?
In Dallas.
Okay.
I walked from the convention center to the Alamo, went in there, and I was like, I would like to order a ticket. And then I said, I would like to order popcorn. And they're like, oh, you do that from your seat. What? And I saw Baby Driver. That was the first film I ever saw.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Baby Driver?
No, I haven't.
Oh, with Jamie Foxx?
I haven't. I don't believe I have.
You would love Baby Driver. You're like, yeah, I don't even know what that's about.
Because, I've watched a lot of movies, but I always forget the name of them.
Yeah.
And then when you give me like oh, yeah, I have seen that movie. It was when the guy did such and such and such and such.
Baby Driver is a classic movie. You should definitely watch
and the whole
that.
time, I probably actually seen it.
So, let's see. Moving forward, you wanted to talk about Anthony Mackie as Captain America, I think. What's that smile? Where is this coming? Okay, I'm gonna let you take the lead because this I've never seen
the trailer. I really thought the trailer was nice.
Okay,
it was my first time seeing a trailer. I came across and I was like, oh, this would be a nice discussion or nice something to talk about as far as with the trailer and what to expect, because it looks that they're bringing the Hulk.
So it's Red Hulk.
Red Hulk.
Yeah. So have you been keeping up with the MCU from the beginning?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Not as much as I probably should have. Maybe not as much as you.
Okay.
But a little bit. And to be completely honest with you, I became a Marvel fan, and this may sound a little cliche. With Wakanda.
So a lot of people did, but a lot of people, I think that brought a big demographic.
It did.
Of the black community.
It brought me right on in. And after that,
so.
I just wanted to see every single Marvel movie. Like, I just became a fan.
So, think Civil War, Winter Soldier, all the Captain American films.
The guy that's playing Captain America,
that's Anthony Mackie.
Okay. And has he always played?
No, so you have to go back and look at
That's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing him.
So, did you see Endgame?
No.
Avengers Endgame?
No, but what I remember in Wakanda, at the end of Wakanda, Captain America came, but it was a different guy.
No. So, okay. At the end, the first 10 years of Marvel, they led up to Endgame, which was the last film where, spoiler alert, Robert Downey Jr. gets killed as Iron Man. Okay. So at the end of that movie, what ends up happening is Captain America goes back in time to return all of the Infinity Stones to their proper moment in time. I can't really explain all the things. And so when he comes back, they're expecting him to come back still as young Captain America. But when he returns, he comes back as Old Man Steve. So he's an older version of Captain America. And what is implied is when he went back in time, he spent some time really living his life with the love of his life, which is Peggy Carter. Okay. She dies in Civil War. So
that's why it's okay. Captain America. Come on, backstory. Give it to me.
I'm trying to really do the condensed version. And if I'm doing it wrong, please let me know. So at the end of Endgame, he gives his shield to Anthony Mackie and says, "You're the one who's supposed to be the next Captain America."
I remember this.
Right.
I remember this.
And then they did a series, Falcon and Winter Soldier, which at the end of that series, he officially becomes Captain America.
Okay.
And so now, Anthony Mackie's version of the character, he doesn't have superpowers. He's just a man with a shield. And so, hence, the trailer with General Ross, who's now played by Harrison Ford. But Harrison Ford's character was previously played by another actor, William Hurt, but he died of cancer in real life.
Oh, okay.
So he's been recast. So that's what you're seeing. Now in the comic book, Harrison Ford's character becomes Red Hulk. And that's what you saw in the trailer.
Okay. But you know, one thing I do like about Marvel movies, and I think a lot of people appreciate this, and I think they kind of do it so you can sit there and watch the credits. It's like, we work hard on this. You're going to sit here all the way through.
No, what makes them... I know the last few movies haven't been the best, but they make them for the fans primarily. But they make them accessible enough for people who don't read the comics to come in and at bare minimum be entertained. Right. And so,
and then at the end of the movie, you have to stay
to see the post-credit scene. But you know, Kevin Feige, who's the producer, little trivia, you don't remember this because you're
but I'm learning. Tell me more.
You're 31. I'm the relic. There was this film called Masters of the Universe, based off of He-Man, the He-Man toy line.
Okay, yep, I remember. Yep.
So at the end of Masters of the Universe, to my recollection, I'm not saying it's the first, but there was a post-credit scene where the villain pops out of this water type of situation and says, "I'm coming back." You know, but they never made a sequel to it. But that moment is what inspired all the post-credit scenes that you see in all the Marvel films. So that's a little trivia for you.
Okay, so, pop quiz.
And then Kevin Feige was a producer on the first X-Men movie, but he was just getting into producing. And so from there, he worked with Richard Donner's wife, who, you know who Richard Donner is?
Yeah, I know who Richard Donner is.
Made the first Superman movie. And so...
Classic.
That really was the foundation for him as a producer. And then that's how he was able to start Marvel Studios. He was the one who hired Hugh Jackman to play Wolverine. Or he was part of the production that hired him, let me do it that way. But then he also helped Hugh Jackman to understand how the character works. So he's definitely like a legend. So
can you hear the passion in Brian's voice?
That was answering your question.
That was a lot of passion.
I just
learned. He just gave me the whole spiel of the Marvel industry.
Yeah, that
I love it.
But I love it.
But you know one thing I love about Marvel? It's like what I love about movies and film. And one thing that our culture really doesn't do until Wakanda is creating a whole entire new world.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like they just grasped the whole new world and just ran with it.
But going back to Robert Townsend, have you seen Meteor Man?
I have.
So to me, that's the first black superhero, right?
Right. Okay.
Because he took something, original IP really, and made something that wasn't being made for us back in the 90s, right? Him and the other black superhero that comes to mind that wasn't clearly a serious hero, but Damon Wayans when he did Blank Man.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Right.
You know, so the world building has always been there. I think the difference now is that the you have a strong company like Disney that's really being willing to put the money behind it. So I always give credence and respect to those two creators because they tried it first and it didn't catch on. And The Last Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Who's the master? Leroy.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So that's the whole thing.
That's something my granddaddy would have been watching.
Yeah.
He loved it. Now that's history for real.
Yeah.
That guy was big.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Big black guy.
I think he died. I don't want to say that. I don't know if he, because at one point, test. They went to do. At one point, I think Busta Rhymes was supposed to be playing. They were going to do a remake of that movie, and Busta Rhymes is supposed to play that character.
I almost want to. When we done, I almost want to go watch it.
It's on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah.
They had that old movie on Netflix. I thought I probably would have had to watch it on Amazon Prime.
Roy, I'm going to tell you where it's definitely on, and you're going to punch me, but
what?
It's on Tubi.
I'm not surprised. Tubi has a lot of old movies like that.
Tubi has The Last Dragon, so
I'm gonna watch The Last Dragon.
It is so good. That's another film where like they try to do something original for the black audience who is genre specific, and like there's so many films
who tried it and it didn't really.
It connected. Like there's an audience for it, but on a global mass audience scale, Disney just figured it out. But like, well, there's another film that doesn't get proper deference and respect. The First Blade.
Oh yeah,
that's really credited for what started the superhero craze. They want to give it to X-Men, but Blade is the one that really got the wheels turning, in my opinion.
And Pootie Tang.
And
it's like, no, I'm joking.
That song between Missy Elliott and Pootie Tang will forever be the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I just watched that for that whole thing.
Really?
There's so many moments in that movie when he puts the milk out for the girl to drink. Just disrespectful, but it makes me laugh every time I see it. Chris Rock as the father. That's probably one of the few films that I enjoy Chris Rock in. The friend. Oh God, what's her name? She was in Legally Blonde, and she's in White Lotus. You know who I'm talking about? She does the Discovery commercial now. Jennifer. Oh God!
No, I don't know.
You do know.
It's so bad.
You bought the movie up. You bought the movie up. Help me.
I can't think of her name.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Okay. I would have never noticed her last name.
Jennifer Coolidge. She was funny as the one who seduced Pootie Tang. That movie is
a classic as well.
Oh my God!
It's hilarious.
Wanda Sykes is in it.
Wanda Sykes is in that.
Oh my!
You know what happened to Wanda? Oh, Wanda's doing TV now.
She's doing. She's
doing a lot of TV.
She's with the not Omar Epps. Is it Omar Epps? The Upshaws.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Now Omar Epps is Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. Sorry. See, I messed up.
Yep.
Look at that. I made a mistake.
Yep, she is on the Upshaws. I did.
Yeah, she's on the Upshaws.
And I haven't watched the Upshaws yet, though.
She's still doing her tour.
I never knew that Chris Rock was one of the highest paid actors. Back when he was, I did not know that. He was the highest paid actor. But you have to keep
in mind too that he was producing a lot at that time too. Because he had his talk show on HBO.
What?
He had a talk show on HBO.
I did not know Chris Rock had a talk show. Talking about what?
It was a nighttime talk show.
I gotta check it out. I'm gonna have to go YouTube that.
Everyone knows that.
I didn't. How long ago was this? Maybe I wasn't old enough to. Mama, I was sheltered too, so my mom probably was like, "It wasn't that." It's
You're not sheltered.
I mean, I was sneaking. I don't think I was sneaking to watch that.
Yeah, he had a late night show,
and that was a late night watching things I wasn't supposed to watch. I don't think
that came on HBO. I think it was on for about 4 seasons.
What?
4 or 3. It was on for a while. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go check it out because I don't think I never knew that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yes. And it was in that era, I think, where Chappelle's show was on. There was a moment where there was
I could not get into the Chappelle show.
Really?
I could not get it. It was hilarious for a lot of people, but I could not get into it. I don't care how much weed I used to smoke. That was just one thing that did not float my boat. I just could not. I don't know. I just didn't like. I knew it was hilarious, and I probably, all right, Jenise, you got to be pro-black. Okay. But I just didn't like.
Well, I have
the way that it
I have an affection for Chappelle. I just think he's intelligent. I genuinely think he's an intelligent man, and I just appreciate a thinking type of creative.
Yeah.
And he's funny. He's good at what he does. So,
I like him. I like him now. And to hear him talking about it, how like he enjoyed it, but how he really wasn't too impressed. Because a lot of those ideas wasn't his. He just did it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think to what he represents to me is that you can still have a level of independence and think for yourself without the machine controlling everything.
Right.
And that's inspiring to me. So yeah, you need to go Google that. Like,
yeah,
you can go on YouTube and see clips of the Chris Rock show.
I'm gonna go and check it out.
You didn't see the Wayne Brady sketch on Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, I did.
And you didn't think that was funny?
It was goofy.
You were just not.
I'm not just like into the goofy type of.
I didn't think that one was
comic
goofy.
type of stuff. It was just like a lot of Eddie Murphy and a lot of. I don't like goofy funny. Like it's not hilarious to me. It's just like this is silly. This is too silly. This is not even funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the type of sense of humor. And the crazy thing about it is I'm more of a, but I don't know, because they were doing a lot of things that you probably shouldn't be laughing at, because I have a dark comic side that I think a lot of things that's inappropriate, that should not be funny.
I mean, that's fine.
Kind of
you have an unconventional sense of humor.
Right. So like the silly things that they would, it was just like
so if it doesn't float your boat, it doesn't float your boat. I get that.
But Richie Pryor.
Oh no, that was funny.
He floats my
We were
boats.
watching, my mom and I were watching Harlem Nights. I should have did that for one of my quotes. Yeah.
I haven't seen Harlem Nights in so long.
They play it every other week on BET.
I don't watch BET.
I mean, rightfully so, you shouldn't. But what I'm saying, that came.
But
I shouldn't have said that.
I do have BET Plus though, so I do watch a lot of BET, but not like the channel.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't watch the channel because there's nothing there. But the movies that they show, that's something that's always in rotation.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. You left us on the cliffhanger. You said you have a surprise. And here's the thing. That was like when she said it, I was genuinely intrigued. So I'm just going to tell you list of things I thought you were going to say.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say, I'm pregnant.
God, no.
God, no, it's not that. I thought you were going to say that, like, you trended someplace, like something happened online that, you know.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
That will be coming.
Okay. And then I thought you were going to I'm just going to say it. I thought you were going to say like you were like wanted or something, and that you wanted to.
You guys, this is my last episode.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
I'm wanted in Hampton.
I just like.
I gotta turn myself in. It's been a pleasure.
I'm like, what is she about to say? But it's none of those things.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna let you. Well, we'll end on this note, but you can share your big news.
Yes. So the news is that I have published.
All right.
I published my book.
Okay.
I've published my book, The Epitome of Her. It is available on all streams. Well, most streams. It is available on Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Audible, iTunes, Amazon, of course. So it's available now for purchase. And it is called The Epitome of Her. A lot of people ask me what it is about, and it's not about just one thing. It's a collective of stories of women, different things that women have experienced and things that they have been through, and after each story there's a poem dedicated to the scenario of that story.
This is like the Christian version of the vagina monologues,
or the Christian version of Chicken Noodle Soup for the Soul.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
I went to the whole other. Got it. Sorry. This is why I keep saying that Jenise and her family are better Christians than me.
Oh my goodness!
I went to the vagina monologues. Okay.
No, I haven't even heard of that book.
You haven't seen the vagina monologues?
I haven't.
Okay, well, never mind.
Okay.
That joke is lost on you.
But Chicken Noodle Soup, something you can probably, but nevertheless, it's
They're
a
like,
story.
Brian, once again,
about
why are you doing this to Jenise? Only you know about the vagina monologues. Why? I'm gonna get called out again.
I'm rolling.
The Jenise Hive is going to get me.
I am rolling, but no. So yes, it's available. Yeah, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited where it's gonna go.
just pitch it and just really paint the picture of why you wrote the book.
Okay, so I'll give you the purpose.
And who the book is for.
Okay.
I'm gauging that it's not for men per se.
I believe that it is for men because a lot of men want to understand the mind of a woman. If you want to understand the mind of a woman, your wife, your daughter, the things that we've experienced, the why to why we act the way we act, why we respond the way that we may respond, I believe that men should be able to read it as well.
Okay.
So if you're intrigued in that way, then yeah, if you want to learn about your mom, your sister, your niece, your daughter, your auntie, your grandmother, then yeah, because I believe that the purpose of the book is to understand the why in a lot of situations, to seek clarity on, and not only just to seek clarity, but to know that you're not the only person that goes through what you go through. And the book is aimed towards women.
Yeah.
And it is a collective of stories of women, the things that they've been through, the mind of a woman, the hardship, the good, the bad, the trauma.
Yeah.
There's even a section in the book where I had to put up an advisory to advise people, hey, listen, you may want to read this section, you may not, but this may trigger some things inside of you that you may have suppressed.
Like a trauma trigger warning.
Is a trauma trigger warning.
Wow.
So that's how deep it goes.
Wow.
So it's a deep, it's very, very deep, is to spark conversations that we've never really want to speak about, things that we suppress, things that we swept under the rug. I was talking to my husband the other day, and I was telling him
I just feel obligated to honor Sam and Jaira because I don't want any smoke with Jenise's family. I don't want them to see this like 15 years later and be like, why weren't we acknowledged? And
no, they would never. They would never.
Jaira's gonna kick my butt.
No,
I don't.
he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He'll be like, Uncle Brian.
Okay.
If anything, he'd be like, I wanted to be on. I want my show.
Okay.
So no, they're not gonna make me that. And nothing like that.
You were talking to your husband.
So yeah, I was speaking with my husband, and I was telling him, you know, a lot of the way that a lot of us women respond, the way, or everybody. Responding the way that they respond is because the things that you've been through. Yeah. Now, some things we may not remember, but you say no to things because there's things that you saw in your childhood, or you may react a way that you may react because of things that you've experienced when you were a child, your upbringing, but nevertheless, you've experienced something that made you respond the way that you respond. So those experiences are in that book. Okay. So you may identify with those experiences and say, hey, this is something that I've been through. But nevertheless, is a book that's gonna take it's gonna go places. God is gonna do some things. It actually started as Color Girl Chronicles because I initially wrote 5 books. And God was like, this ain't it. Yeah. This ain't it, daughter. Yeah. Daughter, I need you to, this ain't what I told you to do. This is not how I told you to utilize your gift. So he had me go back to the drawing board and do everything over. And that's what I did. I had to be obedient. I did it all over. And I said, God, you know what? You give me the words to say. You give me the stories to tell. You give me the structure. Tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. So it was a lot of timing with me and just the Holy Spirit and just, you know, being obedient and just listening. So I hope you guys are able to get something from it. A lot of purpose in it, and it's going to be followed behind a lot of, because I'm already working on the epitome of her, the overcomer. Okay. So it's going to be a series. It's a series for women, and we're going to see where God takes it, and we're taking it to the next level.
We're taking it to the next level. I wrote a book as well.
All the way up.
The name of my book is Over It. No, I didn't write a book.
Oh, bro, I can see you writing a book over it.
Oh, like, over it. No, I didn't write a book, but I'm extremely happy for you.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited. You know
what I'm going to ask you?
What?
Now you're in suspense.
Right. What is he
now about to ask me?
I'm nervous. Now I'm like, Brian, what do you have?
You have a visual that needs to be released.
You are so right.
When are you going to release that? I will answer for you. She'll be releasing that this week. Cause it was fun to shoot. And you shot it when you were pregnant with Jaira.
I was.
You were pregnant with Jaira, but then you did everything on your own for the most part. You came up with the story. You did the scouting. You hired your DP. You did it all. And so I think people need to see.
The thing is, it is released. The thing is, I have not advertised it. I have not really shared it to tell people, hey, go take a look. But it's on my TikTok.
Okay, so
it's on my TikTok. It's on YouTube.
So going back to my question, it's there. But how are we going to? Okay, that's all I wanted to
need to share.
So she'll be sharing it this week.
I'll share it this week.
And it's not going to be chopped up. It's going to be the full.
The whole form.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Wow. Well, all jokes aside, I think this is great. I think the timing of all of this is awesome, and I think this is only the beginning for you. I've told you that on air, and I'm telling you that on air. And I know you have a lot to say, and I know you have a heart to help people. So I can't wait for that to really happen. So
yes,
we celebrate you here at Filmmaker to Filmmaker.
Give it all to God.
Well, she's very. I keep telling you,
I'm not.
She's really saved.
Trust me, y'all.
Me, on the other hand, we're yet praying for my soul's salvation.
Catch me in the car.
You know what she's listening to? You know what she's listening to in her car? Everything saved.
I am listening to Maverick City, but one thing about it, I be having to put it on pause. I be like, Lord, forgive me, because people they drive. It's different driving in the city than it is in Hampton, Virginia.
To your point, it's getting scarier.
Yeah,
because people are just doing things.
I really do.
On 495.
Everybody is the B word. Everybody is a B.
And the sad part is, you're still saying the nicer thing of what I say.
Yeah, because I don't want to. I don't want to do that to the platform, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
God is still working on me as well.
As he's working with us all.
I still like to acknowledge him, nevertheless. But
I'm gonna cuss you out, but I'm still gonna give glory to God.
I am. You gonna get cussed out, but God gonna get this glory.
God gonna get. You
gonna get this work, and God gonna get this glory.
All right. With that in mind, thank you for watching another episode of Filmmaker to Filmmaker. To catch up with everything that's happening with us, you can follow us on Instagram. I'm at Filmmaker to Filmmaker,
and I am at Jenise Stocks.
And then I have another story. Well, I'll share it for the next time, but you can follow me at I am Brian Anthony Smith, Brian with a Y, on Instagram. And then website, you can find out more about the podcast at iambanthony.com. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of the Filmmaker to Filmmaker podcast. For more information, you can visit our Instagram at Filmmaker to Filmmaker. See you next time.